Hey, what's up guys? Austin and Monica here. We want to share a little bit about our first experiences in Thailand. We are on the beginning leg of our journey, our 3-month journey throughout a couple Southeast Asian countries. We got to Chiang Mai, Thailand 3 days ago. And so we just want to share a little bit about our first impressions, what we were expecting and what we've seen so far and what we've done.
Yeah, so first of all, right off the bat, I was expecting to have a really hard time adapting to the time change since I think we're 16 hours ahead of California where we left from. But actually we slept, Austin slept 14 hours the first day and we've been able to pick it up and go.
Yeah, it helps when you exhaust yourself traveling and then you just crash and wake up the next morning.
Yeah, I would say by today was the first day that last night I went to bed at a normal hour and I woke up at a normal hour. We've been pushing it later and later every day so that we can quickly adjust to the time, so that was super fun.
Yeah, luckily it hasn't been that bad though, the time difference.
So coming to Chiang Mai, I don't think I really had any expectations for what we were going to experience. I knew that a lot of people talked about the magic of Chiang Mai. When we first got here, just our drive from the airport to our apartment, I was kind of like, I wonder what people see in Chiang Mai. I don't see it yet. But being here just a couple of days, I think I'm starting to see it. I love Chiang Mai so far.
Yeah, in my head I was kind of expecting a jungle city, and then as we were flying in, everything was really flat, which was surprising to me. As the culture goes and culture shock, there actually for me has not been a lot of culture shock, and I think that's because of all the places that Monica and I have been already. Monica spent a couple years in Peru, I spent a couple years in Paraguay, we've both spent several months in Guatemala, so it's not weird for us to be walking down the street and hear natives talking to each other and not know what they're saying or what they're talking about. That's pretty standard, we're comfortable with that, we understand, we're used to being around that. As far as different cultural things like throwing away your toilet paper or what are other things we've seen? I feel like there's not a lot that's really shocked me and that's really stood out to me, except for the fact that there's so many other Westerners here.
So many other, not even just Westerners, just different people who aren't from Thailand who are here. Like the complex we're living in, there's a ton of people from China, which is awesome, but I don't think I was expecting so much cultural diversity.
Yeah, the places that we've lived before have been more isolated, and so it's been mostly people from that country. So to be walking down the street and hear one person speaking Dutch as you pass by, and then the next couple you pass are speaking Chinese to each other, and then the next couple are speaking English, and then the next people that you pass are speaking Thai. And it's really interesting being around so many people from so many different countries all in one isolated spot.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so far my favorite thing has definitely been the food. The food here is so good. And I've always liked Thai food, or at least the American version of it that I've had. But oh my gosh, it is so good. Literally after every meal, I cannot wait for the next meal so we can eat again.
We finished lunch,
so
we're like,
good.
Okay, we only have 5 hours till we can eat dinner.
It's so yummy, and it's so nice that it's cheap, and so we can try lots of different things. And there's been several things we've been eating where I have no idea what this is, but it's so good.
I guess that was an interesting cultural thing, is eating a bowl of something and loving it, but being like, I don't even know what's in this thing, but I'm gonna keep eating. And the first night we got here, we went to a market just down the street, and the people there didn't speak English, and so we couldn't ask them. We just had to kind of point at what we wanted, and luckily all the prices are posted on things, so it's not like we were bartering prices. And yeah, we just had to look at it and guess that it tasted good, and then eat it and hope we enjoyed it.
I think there's one thing that we tried so far that I was like, I don't love this, but everything else has been so good.
Yeah, for me, I think my favorite dish so far has been khao soi.
Yeah.
From what I understand, it's a dish more located in northern Thailand. It is delicious. It is the bomb. So
it's like a coconut curry soup with noodles, basically. I feel like it's a good way to describe it. So good.
You're gonna get some more today.
I know my mouth is watering thinking about it. Alright, and then What's your favorite part so far?
Yeah, the food has been really, really good. I have really enjoyed learning about Buddhism since we've been here. We visited maybe 3 or 4 temples yesterday. We walked around old Chiang Mai City, and I've just been encapsulated by all these learning about Buddhism and the life of the monks. I spent a couple hours this morning YouTubing different, just Googling and YouTubing different things about Buddhist culture and monk life, and we're going to go do some, we found a place where we can do some Q&A with some monks in a temple in old Chiang Mai City, so I'm really interested in doing that. So just going to the temples and seeing the different customs and the practices the rituals that they perform in the temples, and then walking around the temples and just looking at the incredibly beautiful art and the architecture, and then learning about this religion is so fascinating to me. So that so far has been one of my favorite things.
Yeah, that's been amazing. And it's so inspiring to see such dedication from these monks. We were looking up all the rules they have to follow this morning, and it's so many. And it's so cool to see. They're just so happy. Like, we were watching a monk perform, I believe it was blessings for people who were coming into the temple, and he was laughing and joking with the people, and it was so fun. That was such a cool experience for us.
Everyone here is super happy. Everyone you pass on the street, whether they're local or foreigners visiting the monks of the temple, everyone's so nice and friendly, and everyone's always smiling and asking questions and talking, and we love it. I love just the ambience of the city here.
Yeah.
Fun.
Amazing. We so far have absolutely loved our time here in Chiang Mai. And we have a full month, and we've filled it full of really fun things. Like, we're going to take a Thai cooking class, we're going to go to an elephant sanctuary, which is, I mean, we've done the research, so we found one that's really like safe and humane for the elephants, and we're going to go support them in taking care of the elephants and just have that experience, which is super fun.
We're going to do a meditation retreat. We haven't decided if we're going to do a half day or a full day yet.
Yeah.
But we'll spend several hours at least in the temple doing some meditation and learning about Buddhist culture and religion.
Yeah. So we're super excited. Our goal is to keep you updated along our whole trip, all of the pros and cons of being here in Chiang Mai, all of the things that we're experiencing, we're going to be sharing with you, hopefully every week, so you can tune in and follow our adventures. I would say, so far, the only bummer about our trip has been our apartment is beautiful. It's immaculate. The facilities are fantastic. There's a gorgeous pool. There's a gym. There's co-working spaces. It's pretty close to a giant shopping center where we can get food. But it's far away from everything else, and it's kind of located on this busy street. And so we actually yesterday walked an hour into Old Chiang Mai, which is where kind of all the happenings are, right?
Kind of the
central
central hub
market
of the city.
is. It's where the temples were. So it's kind of a bummer that we're so far away from everything. But it's actually okay, because the facility is fantastic, and we're paying less than $300 a month for this place. So
well, it's also nice as digital nomads because we're working during the week. I mean, we've only really been here for the weekend so far, but I'm expecting it to be really helpful as we're trying to continue to work on and grow our business, to have the time away from all of the stuff happening in the city and be able to focus on getting tasks done for clients and work on our business during the week.
Yeah.
And then the fact that it's going to take a little bit more work to get to the central hub of where everything's happening, it's going to be helpful, I think, for us.
Yeah, definitely. And then the funny bloopers, I guess, that we've had this week is we didn't have towels in our apartment when we got here.
Yeah.
So we spent like 2 days like searching everywhere in Chiang Mai for towels. We finally found one place that sells towels. And I didn't think about like washing it before using it, and so I went and I dried my face with it after getting out of the shower, and I was just covered in blue fuzz.
It's like the Cookie Monster.
It was the worst feeling ever. I hated it. Or the other blooper, I guess, is I boiled eggs and I put them in the freezer. And they froze to the bottom of the freezer, and then because it's like just an ice box, right? So it's a box surrounded by ice. And they froze the bottom of the ice, so I scooped it out with a spoon, and the bottom, like, fourth of the egg stayed in the ice. And then I tried to melt water, like put hot water on it to melt them out, and then it was so cold it froze over the egg. So we had to defrost our entire freezer to take them out. But
Yeah. There's also, I've noticed there's lots of little ledges everywhere you walk. So like between our room and the kitchen and the bathroom, there's a little, I mean this one's a little bigger than the others.
6
It's
inches.
maybe 4 or 5 inches. But then like all the steps outside walking around our complex or walking down the street, there's like little ledges. They're like 1 inch. So it's not really a step, but it's enough that you trip on them all the time. So I feel like I've been tripping a lot walking around Thailand the past couple days.
Yeah.
Because I'm not used to having to look for those ledges to step up over.
Well, it's not even like uneven ground. Like I feel like I'm pretty used to walking on uneven ground, but it's like a legit step that they created.
But again, it's
like,
only 1 inch tall.
Yeah, it's super small.
It's just enough to trip, but not enough to be like a full step and see it as you're walking.
Yeah.
So maybe we should do like a trip compilation later. We've been tripping a lot.
Alrighty. Well, definitely let us know in the comments what you want to know while we're here, questions you want us to answer, or go ask somebody for you, or what you want to see of our adventure. But thanks for tuning in this week, and we'll see you next week.